Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Chuck Crummy Court and the introduction of your Central Catholic Vikings. I owe Mrs. Sullivan a hello and an apology because she was trying to ask me if I knew whose mom she was, and she was Cole Sullivan's mom. So, Mrs. Sullivan, I apologize. There's the boys, and we are ready. I'm Rick DeRubis alongside Kyle Templin and my man Ryan Meredith. We were here last night. Not what we expected last night, Ryan.
No, a tough 62-59 loss last night on a buzzer beater three, which was one of the best shots I've seen in 3 years of announcing these games.
Let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. Last night, Gateway was the better team, and Gateway, I think, set the pace for the game. And every time the pace changed, it was because Gateway wanted to inflict that pace. They did it. And even though there was a lot of scrappiness left in the Vikes towards the end of the game, yeah, you just have to call it what it is. Gateway refused to lose that game.
Yeah, Gateway really slowed down the tempo, which just helped play to their game. Central didn't know what to do once the tempo slowed down.
Yeah, no, they didn't. But you don't always get the game you want. But this is the game you have. You're playing Penn Hills tonight. Cole Sullivan for the tip-off. Penn Hills is going to win it. And here we go. Again, you've got to. You didn't want to play for third place in your own tournament in the Jack Twyman Tip-Off Classic, but this is the game you have to win. So here we are.
Well, I think that the biggest thing is that we talked about it yesterday.
Yeah,
we talked about it yesterday. Is that Central Catholic was very highly touted coming into this season. They have a ton of seniors.
Should be. I mean,
they have a ton of seniors. Very highly touted. They're talking about they might be the best team in the state, you know, and a lot of people pick them, particularly in the Whippeal, but a lot of people in the state pick them. Psalms 29:5 says he guides them the humble in the right way. He teaches them his way. Listen, they got humble last night.
They got real humble.
They got humble last night. Maybe that's what they needed.
And that's the question that I'll have for Coach after this game, if we get a chance to chat with him, is, does that loss, can it help?
I think it can. And one thing that we know about Coach is that he takes stuff like that and he turns it into something positive, right? And that's what I think that he did. I think that he took that, and I think that he showed them that, look, it's the first, there's definitely a learning experience from all of that. And there was a few that we saw last night just from us, and we're not coaches. I mean, but we can definitely point to things and say, hey, they can learn from that.
For sure. Here comes Dante inside, going to hand it over. Tommy Christian going to pull up at the foul line, doesn't go. It's a 5-0 lead for Penn Hills, and I don't think it's time to worry about that. But I will say this, the Vikes don't look too loose out there.
No, it hasn't been the best start at which they were looking for, and I'm sure Coach Urso was not looking to come out down 5-0.
No, and I think it's, what sparks, Dante always sparks. He has the ball. Randy will hit three-pointers in a row at some point. There's Tommy Christian, pull-up jumper, misses again. Penn Hills finds the ball.
Second missed jumper for Tommy Christian right there.
And now it is 7-0. Coach Urso still not showing any signs of panic.
And he won't. It's a 3-possession game. I mean, he's still fine. And we've seen that, again, he's that guy that when the storm is on, he's fine.
And what a pass out there.
And much needed by Patrick Newell. We talked about Patrick a little bit yesterday. I think we were correct at the beginning of that game. Patrick Newell is a very focused young man.
Yes.
He's here to win basketball games. Three-pointer up, no good. I don't think Patrick Newell is necessarily here to hit three-pointers. I don't think you'll see him take 10 of those today. But he hit one when they needed it to get him on the board. Dante dancing down at the far end. Cole Sullivan driving in.
Beautiful move by Cole Sullivan. Beautiful.
And the big guy's going to work here early.
Yeah, I mean, we also need to mention that. Tababa Shibwe, the biggest of the big guys, still not playing in this game tonight. So.
I'll tell you what, for a guy that big to have moves like that.
Yeah, it was pretty shifty.
It was.
Three-pointer off the front of the rim. DePanti there to grab that rebound, and they are looking to tie this game up, perhaps take the lead.
Another three-pointer for Newell. Hits
Look
it.
at that. Are you kidding me?
And just like that, you're down 7-0, and now you're up 8-7.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. You stay cool and you deliver the message. Three-pointer on the opposite side. Missed. Tommy Christian there fighting for the ball.
Hustle. All hustle, Tommy
Boy,
Christian.
what a nice job by Tommy to get that ball out to a teammate. And honestly, I don't know how he did it.
And Coach Urso was one to foul there on Tommy Christian. It looked like it was a foul from up here, but then they call one going down the floor.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a makeup or not, but Tommy is all hustle, as we know. But how he managed to get that ball out.
It's the hair.
It must be. I wouldn't know. I don't have it.
Randy's going to inbound this one.
In spirit you do, big guy.
Yeah.
In spirit.
DePanti with it, looking to go around. Finds Randy. Randy thought about it. Going to take a step back.
Randy had a massive first quarter yesterday, having 12 points in the first quarter alone.
He sure did. Cole Sullivan looking for somewhere to go with it. Unfortunately, he finds only guys in red uniforms, and we are just about halfway through this first quarter. 4 minutes remain, 1 point advantage for the Vikes.
It's important to point out, too, that Penn Hills is just noticeably bigger and more physical also than this Vikings team.
Yeah, well, there's an air ball from Penn Hills. Sullivan comes away with it. He's trying to push it up the floor. It gets deflected away and back into the hands.
It looked like he thought DePanti was going to run with that, and he just stopped for whatever reason.
And we've got a man coming in hard. That is number 12, Kenyon Smith. So he's going to go to the line. He did hit the floor pretty hard. I can't remember which one of you guys just mentioned it, but it is obvious that Penn Hills is bigger.
Yes.
I mean, and when looking at, I'm just going to say this with as much blandness as possible, looking at Penn Hill's heights on their roster, it would imply that the Vikes are taller. I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah. I think the stat sheet and the little upper extra 2 inches is helping the Vikes.
I think so. I don't know if it's just the height of this paper, but
maybe there's I mean, some of the Vikings have maybe some extra hair that, like, maybe they're adding to.
That is not accurate.
No, it's noticeable to us looking down on the court here that this team is definitely taller and a lot more filled out than these Vikings players.
And
the press,
The press getting right to the Vikes.
Yeah, and they lose possession of that ball. Penn Hills they are at it.
So as they're going to try to slow down the tempo here.
Well, just remember, we're three guys that gave Penn Hills plenty of footage to watch last night. Penn Hills saw how a very hustly team was able to take it to the Vikes last night.
So a mental mistake there by one of the players there. I didn't see who it was by the Penn Hills. He tried to save the inbound there, but he was actually out of bounds while he was trying to save it. So if Central Catholic can keep taking advantage of stuff like that, then they can definitely win this game just on that alone.
He missed that shot, but what incredible handles there by DePanti.
You got to take advantage of those, though.
Yeah, I mean, when you're
this team,
you're that wide open and everybody's staring at you, it's hard to deliver. But that's what you got to do. You got to deliver. Peyton Wayner just went flying.
Charge can be called in Vikes ball.
All right, back to it. Randy's going to bring the ball up court. We've not seen Randy take a shot yet.
No, it's been really hard for him because they've been actually really on top of him. It's like they did their scouting report on him.
First minutes for us to see this tournament. Brady Solinsky's in the game, is he not? Yep, there he is.
And Brady had a hand injury in the preseason and really affect his ability to play in the preseason, but he got cleared last Friday, and he was able to play today.
All right, he's out there hand-wrapped and all, but he does add a lot of hustle to this team. Three-pointer on the far side. Put up, nobody home. Patrick Newell collects and hands it off to Dante, and we're down to 2 minutes. Dante, pull up, 3, nothing. Nobody there for the rebound except for the red, white, and gold of Penn Hills.
Yeah, and DePanti has just been cold.
Yeah, has not been able to make any shots today with a whopping 0 points, which is just very unlike him.
Very long 3, and he makes it.
Yes,
wow.
Very drained 3. Excellent shot by Noah Barron. I think I remember Noah's name from the football season as
yes,
well.
Yes. Wayner going
And
up
one.
and getting the and one. Wow.
QB1, speaking of football,
Yeah.
getting the and one right there.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's what the guy does. He's an athletic. I mean, he's just a pure athlete. Had the opportunity and took it. Cole Solomon's going to check in. Newell's coming out. Randy and Coach Urso having a little bit of a conversation.
Yeah, Randy's pointing out something that he notices on the Penn Hills there.
The free throw is no good.
Penn Hills has that ball again. 2 minutes, or I'm sorry, 2-point advantage. Under 2 minutes. About 80 seconds to tip away here. Would love to see a turnover. They're leaving 30 wide open on the near side. It was a bad pass, or he probably would have put that up. Nice job going down inside. Brady.
What a save there by Brady Solinsky.
Absolutely dangles the line. Now you got Randy on the other end doing Randy things.
Wow.
He doesn't miss many of those.
Finally gets open. Out there shooting Randy ball where he likes it.
Yeah.
Corner specialist, Randy Wilkerson.
Yeah, here we go. 1-point advantage, 45 seconds left to go. Looking to go inside, bounces off a foot.
And they're
Ref's going to call a foul.
Yeah, they're going to call a push.
Brady checking out, making the most of his minutes in there. Really a pivotal dangle, if you will, on the end line to keep that ball in. Seconds left. That was an excellent play.
That was excellent. Yeah, it really was.
And Penn Hill up by 1.
His Payne had struggled getting that ball to the inbound.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I was
Penn
gonna
Hill
say,
travel.
yeah, and he
Gompers
did.
with the travel.
Gompers had an excellent game yesterday.
Yes, one of
Sophomore never played varsity ball. I
Really
thought he played
stepped
well.
up with the pressure yesterday. Took advantage when he needed to. Was excellent on rebounds yesterday. Really aggressive. A lot of promise there.
20 seconds left. He's looking for more. Coming in with a 1-point advantage. Goes high off the glass and it falls. 10 seconds. Certainly love to see some points here. Dante DePanti had it. It gets kicked out of bounds.
Dante's looking for a reach.
I think that actually went off his foot. Not Dante's foot, but the Penn Hills defender. Peyton Wayne going to get it into Dante with 5 seconds. Dante's going to drop, stop, pull up, shot, no good. Looking for the rebound is Gompers. Does not count by Peyton Wayner, and we're going to take our first break. 16-13 in favor of the visiting Penn Hills team. We'll be back with more. Penn Hills cheerleaders as Penn Hills finds themselves with a 3-point advantage. I'm Rick Tarubis alongside Ryan Meredith, my man Kyle Templin, and we are seeing some basketball this weekend, boys, that I didn't think we'd be seeing, and that is teams coming in here and taking it to the Vikes. I'm not ready to call this one yet, but DePanty with a 3-pointer missed in and out. I don't know that DePanty has any points.
No, he has no points today. The leading scorer for the Vikes is Pat Newell with 2 3-pointers and 6 points.
Yeah, you don't really think of that when you think of this team, but adjustments certainly need to be made, maybe have been made at that at the end of the first quarter. Newell there grabbing the rebound.
But I like the confidence in the play calling, though. I like that they keep kicking it to him, and coach keeps making him shoot it.
Is that Newell for another 3? Not
yes,
gonna yeah,
I was really hoping for him.
Again, that's
and I think this goes back to Urho's coaching. Anybody on this team can make a 3-pointer at any point in time.
Yeah, I don't think he discourages shooting, and I think that's a good thing. I mean, Wayne Gretzky said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I don't know that that's necessarily who he'd select. Another 3-pointer on the far side by Penn Hills, up and good. I don't know that that's the first guy he would say he wants shooting the ball, but if he has the best shot, I think he's okay with him taking it.
If that's the guy that's got the hot hand from right there, I mean, why not? Keep feeding him, right?
And just a bad pass there by Tommy Christian as he goes out of bounds. It'll be Penn Hills' ball.
Everything okay on the sideline?
I mean, look, last night we saw Gompers have a hot hand there for a little while, and
I do believe there was a Bradley Gompers chant.
there was.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, sometimes you just go with the hot hand.
And lockdown defense from Tommy Christian. That's something he's been known to do, just take over games with his defense.
It's the hair.
Whatever it is, it works. I mean, it's
he has unmatched hustle on the basketball court.
Yeah, he does. He does. There's nobody out. I've seen that kid play minutes with no points, but the most valuable minutes on the floor.
Honestly, sometimes you feel like he's all over the place. I mean, it's crazy.
Penn Hills registers another 2, 21-13, an 8-point disadvantage.
Like
for
you feel like every jersey has 20 on it.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
It's a dump-off pass to Cole Sullivan, and Cole Sullivan's going to work in the
beast
post.
right now in the post. Wow.
Cole went beast
wow.
mode. And so is that Cole's second bucket of the game?
Yes, he now has 4 points with a chance for 5 at the line.
So your height, your big men are the ones that are scoring points, although Newell's scoring them from the 3-point line.
From the outside. Yeah, I love it.
But if Cole's the one that's working his way in, keep feeding him.
No, he just went completely inside there and was working hard in the paint. And that's what you want to see from a guy that size.
6-point lead for Penn Hills, and they have a man wide open right in front of us in their transition game. And
that's a travel.
That's a travel because he slipped on the way inside.
And I'll tell you what, give all the credit to Cole Sullivan right there. He got right in front of him and held his ground. He had no choice but to stop, otherwise he was going to get called for the charge.
Nice job by the Vikes getting it up in the air. Cole Sullivan, 3-pointer.
Sullivan can't get it to go, and Pat Newell just got out-jumped for the rebound.
Wait a minute. He was out of bounds and pushed that ball back in.
There was no call on that. I agree with you, Rick.
That
was a blown call there by the ref. A blatant blown call.
With video evidence. It's not going to change it, but I'm 100% sure what I just saw.
Unfortunately, there's no replay in high school basketball.
23-15. Dante looking for something.
High pass to Wayner, and Wayner mid-range gets it to go.
That.
Something Payne Wayner's really good at is a mid-range shot. And I said it yesterday, mid-range is a dying art, but Payne Wayner's trying to keep it alive.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this. This may be an old name for you, but Mitch Richmond made a career out of the mid-range shot. A career out of it.
Excellent. Mitch Richmond. We'll just keep it. You know what? We'll take a quick timeout, Emma. We'll be back with the rest of the second quarter. 23-17 here on the campus of Central Catholic in Oakland. By the way, if you have decided to join us on the stream as opposed to come down to Oakland, I don't blame you. It took me 20 minutes to get out of Oakland last night trying to get down the street. But we're glad you're here. Let your friends know you can watch the games.
Three-pointer no good, and Wayner, smallest guy on the floor, but can still get a rebound.
Well, he slid right in there. Tommy Christian off and running, stops, pulls up, and just absolutely.
And blocked that one up against the glass, too.
That was a beautiful move there.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That was, wow. Wow. That was great ball handling midair.
And Wayner's looking to slow it down now, which I think that's what the Vikes need. They've been trying to play this up-tempo, high-paced game all day and hasn't really been working.
I don't know why they didn't call a reach in there on that one, but yeah, they need to slow it down.
As Randy just loses control of it and goes out of bounds.
Mental mistakes are absolutely killing the Vikes in this first half. I don't know, and I'm cheating off your paper there, Ryan, but the shooting percentage in this first quarter and a half has got to be abysmal.
No, it's not very good at all. Very low number of shorts. And, of course, the stars aren't scoring either. Randy has 3 points. Dante has 0. So you need your stars to step up, and they just haven't done it.
They haven't done it.
Well, and here's what I'm going to say to that. Like, these aren't bad shots that they're taking either.
No, they're high percentage.
Yeah, it's not like they're taking bad shots. They're taking the shots that they need to. So eventually, you know, if you're the coach, you're not panicking because you're like, look,
and
take the same shots, you keep going. The thing that you hate to see, though, is you hate to see a guy like DePanty with his shoulder sulking. You hate to see him complaining after shots that he doesn't make to the ref, that he got fouled. You hate stuff like that. You want to see him be confident. You want to see him go out there and keep charging to the basket like he just did.
But DePanty on the board now for the first time today, which could be a big confidence boost. That's a two-pointer, and it's good.
It's a stutter step, too, so I'm glad he didn't get called for it.
Yeah.
To your point, when your stars aren't scoring, but your character guys, your hustle guys can keep you within 6, that is huge for your team.
It's absolutely huge. And when you look at a guy like Peyton Wayner, who's pulling up mid-range and making jumpers and keeping you in the game and stuff like that, that's the leadership that he obviously has on the football field, and that's what he's bringing to the team right now.
That is what I did not want to see. Nobody in a white jersey got in that paint and disrupted that rebound.
And that has been their problem from the last game to this game. What did we say yesterday? Where were they losing the game? Offensive rebounds. The other team last night were just gobbling up offensive rebounds and just continually putting up shots. And that's what's going on here tonight. Penn Hills is gobbling up offensive rebounds and putting it right back. That's what the Vikings need to do, is to start pulling in these rebounds, and they're not doing it.
And if you're Coach Urso, you got to just tell your team, you got to box out.
Yes.
If it means not run up the court, try to create a fast break, so be it.
Yeah.
Just make sure you get the board.
Yeah, it's got to happen. And you can't just rely on just your big guys to do that. If you're the guy that's down there and you're smaller, I'm sorry. You got to take a little punishment to get that rebound. You know? Look, Wayner was doing it, and he's one of the smallest guys on the court. But that's the leadership that he brings.
Yeah, I mean, leadership is a different role for him here.
Dante, step back, in and out.
And that's tough. That's tough whenever you're a shooter, because that's the worst kind of shot that you could possibly get. Is the in and out.
You did everything right, and you still didn't get it.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Penn Hills has done a really nice job in this game. They're still forcing inside. I think that's Randy that's going to pick up that foul.
It is, yeah.
Last night, we had foul issues.
Yeah.
Tonight, there's one. There's one up on the board. Also, tonight, the board doesn't have all the players. Their fouls and everything else.
It's almost like last night they played tough. They played aggressive. They were there grinding it out with the team, and now tonight they don't want to do that. And now it's backfiring on them.
Again, it's 8 points, but it's a noticeable difference in competition.
Perfect.
And a blocked jump shot is just key. And now they're pushing it. Solinski coast to coast and one for Brady Solinski. What a bucket right there by Brady Solinski.
I love when that kid's in the game.
Yes.
I love it when he's in the game.
That's how you do it. Go aggressive, go hard in the paint.
If I had to describe him from last year, which is the bulk of what I know about him, he is just absolutely reckless in the best way.
Yes.
I've seen him crash into those pads 50 times.
Organized chaos.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And he
Look at
converts
him.
the and one,
He's
too.
ready.
Yeah.
He's ready to do it all over again.
Yeah. I just
doesn't even care about that hand. Look at him.
Yeah, he's like the Mayhem insurance commercial. I love
ready.
it. Penn Hill's looking nice.
Turn
fadeaway.
around.
That was a great
Jumper.
fadeaway.
Hit every part of the basket except the bottom of it.
Well, that's what happened to Dante on
Yeah,
that last shot.
it's almost like there's lids like on the baskets. Like
the ref may have been a little too close to Dante. I think it went off the ref's foot.
Yeah.
But
those are the breaks sometimes.
It is going to be Penn Hill's ball. 1:48 left to go, and you'd love to see a strong finish here. Maybe stuff him here, get a couple of points before you go in the locker room.
As the Penn Hills defender loses possession of it.
I went over the line.
And
Come on.
And no over and back call right there.
Coach Urso is beside himself.
I'm beside myself, too. I can't believe he didn't call that.
Look at Dante. Now Dante's in there scrapping.
Good.
Good.
And it'll be a 1-1 because they are in the bonus now.
I love it. Coach Urso's still making that over and back call. I love it. He's still making his case. Good. I'm glad he is, because that was clearly that's what that was.
Yeah. I don't care if Dante only has 8 points in this game. If he wants to play defense like that and come out with 12 to 15 rebounds and let other players score, that's fine. You got to be the leader. You got to go out there and do whatever it requires.
And I mean, no offense, but that is the same ref that missed this call over here too with the out of bounds.
Boy,
so
that was bad.
It was really bad. It was really bad. And I know that officials have it tough, so I'm not trying to, I'm just saying, it's the same guy.
Yeah, no, they do have it tough. They do have it tough. I'm not faulting the guy. I'm just saying from here it was blatantly obvious. To his angle, it clearly wasn't. But scrapping his way back in, 29-26.
All right.
So 90 seconds left, and boy, if they can come out of this half tied or even with a lead, that would be pretty miraculous.
You go into the locker room, and I think you have a whole different air of confidence.
Randy clutched his jersey there.
That's okay. That's okay. If you're Randy, I think
that's
okay.
Randy's second foul.
That is Randy's second foul. But credit to the Vikes not committing any fouls today. Did a really good job on their part.
Yeah. Dante playing that defense. He uses his foot.
That's good. That's good. Frustrate the offense.
So your Vikes on the floor, Wayner, DePanti, Zielinski, Randy, and Newell.
Going to lose his footing there, and it'll be Vikings ball. As Dante kicks it out to Randy, but the ball was tipped.
Yeah. Yeah, because you knew Randy wanted to pull the trigger on that. He's going to fooled us too. Stop, pull up by Randy. No good there for the rebound.
And Pat Newell, excellent offensive rebound. Is Dante going to try a three?
And he's got it. And look at his confidence now. Yeah. That's exactly what he needed.
And his first jump shot made today, which is just massive for his confidence, as you said, Kyle.
29-29 with 43 left. You know, there was a unfortunately for the Vikes, there was a pretty good shot from just about that spot last night too. And the excitement was uncontained. It just was for the wrong team tonight. Nice to see that spot get maybe cleansed a little bit with one of our own.
Dante had 0 points in that first quarter. He has 7 in the second quarter.
Great. That is excellent. And I'll tell you what, you can tell, like his demeanor from the first to the second has radically changed. In the second, he's like a totally different player. His total confidence, the way he's playing defense, everything else has completely changed.
All right, they send out the same Vikes.
Not the same Vikes.
They sent out the same personnel.
Oh, yeah, no, but the team itself is not the same. You can tell that the way that they play is based off of number 11.
Well,
when
sure.
his demeanor changes, so does the team's.
Penn Hill's got 30 seconds to make something out of it.
This looks like they're going to hold for last shot.
Yeah.
I would after that last bucket by Central.
Yeah, especially with how hot they are at the current moment.
They lost their own footing.
Wide open three-pointer.
Well, there's a lot going on there.
It'll be Central ball with 2.2 seconds to go. And maybe a chance here for a...
I was going to say, look at Randy working his way up the floor.
Yeah,
there.
you got to get
Nobody
it.
sees
You know who that's who you got to get it to.
Nobody sees him.
Yeah.
Now shading over.
Good if it goes, can't hit it.
Yep, and 29-29 is how we find the end of this first half. That's not what I would have guessed, but that is where we are. We're going to go ahead and take a brief 8-minute break or so, and we will be back with the second half right here from Central Catholic High School. Back here live at Central Catholic High School, knotted at 29, Rick, Kyle, and Ryan. Ryan, give us the quick score rundown because it's really an odd mixture of scores.
So Dante has 7. He had 0 in the first quarter, 7 in the second. Very good job by him to bring it back around that second quarter. Brady Solinsky had a terrific and 1. He has 3. Randy only has 1 3-pointer made. He also has 3. Payne has 6 points, all in the mid-range, by the way, on that one. Cole Sullivan has 4, and Pat Newell has 2 3-pointers and 6 points.
Naturally. And that's how we find ourselves knotted at 29. The pace mainly set by Penn Hills in that first half. Let's see if that changes here in the second. Interesting to see what kind of now the student section getting real into it for some reason over there. But see what kind of adjustments Coach Urso made at halftime.
And a defense chance coming from the student section.
And it worked. Turnover. Here come the Bikes. Slowly, which I think is a good pace.
Well, I've noticed that in the student section that the mink coat guy is in the second half here. So
Macklemore is back, which
so
I like.
I feel like perhaps he is the heart of the student section there. So
Ty Uhas, terrific football player.
well, there
is that
you go.
Who it is? Okay, see,
Then
I don't
perhaps
get to,
he's the reason why it's the raucous crowd now.
Yeah, I don't get to see. I don't get to see their faces during football season.
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
But
yeah. Because just putting the correlation together there. He showed up. Now the crowd is raucous. So I have not seen.
80s Yager was here last
80s
night.
Yager was here last night. I haven't seen him show up. So
going to the line for Penn Hills is number 1, Noah Barron. Another guy, like I mentioned, I remember from the football field.
Of course, Central very good in that first half of keeping the fouls to a minimum. If they do that in the second half, I'm saying they're going to have a really good chance to win this game.
And that is just
rare air ball there.
Not a good, and he is going to hear about it.
Yeah.
Wow. I was thinking about this, and I don't think we mentioned it during the broadcast. Do you think Penn Hills has come in here just so still? Nice job there by Sullivan drawing the foul.
As Coach Urso was running down all the way down the floor begging for a foul.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those times. I know that I've been hard on DePanti about complaining about calls, and I will say that he did not complain about that one. He let Coach Urso, which is what he should do, complain for him, and Coach Urso definitely let every official on the court have an earful about that one.
Yeah, he let him know.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking is, do you think Penn Hills comes in here and just still so bitter about the way the football game ended this past season?
That's possible. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
that is possible.
The very controversial block field goal picked up by the team, and the field goal was blocked. And of course, it did cross the line, and the rules say if it crossed the line, it's a dead ball. Referees don't call it. Central goes to the playoffs. So
yeah, I mean it was a Sports Center ending. So maybe they do come here a little bitter. There's a three-pointer going to be missed off the mark. Tommy Christian there for the rebound.
I never thought about that, but you could be right about that.
Yeah, I
Rick.
bet they came in here. I would be hot.
Yeah, and you're right. And there are players that are on this team that definitely played on that team.
Yeah, I mean, it changed the it changed the fortune of Central by nearly a Whippeal championship.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
That save was incredible in the corner. I can't tell how much of it we caught on the broadcast, but the fact that this ball is still in motion for the Vikings is incredible.
And we say it every year. Tommy Christian is just incredible when it comes to hustle. No one works harder than Tommy Christian.
No.
Yeah.
No, and he did it again. There he is, going to stop, pull up at the line.
And TK with the mid-range.
And he was directing traffic out there, too. Like, his basketball IQ is super high.
Oh.
Newell almost ended up in the front row. Everybody's okay.
He almost picked that off, though. He was real close.
Three-pointer.
And where the misfortune of shooting that the Vikes had in the first half seems to have played its way into the Penn Hills
perhaps it's just that end of the court. Yeah, that's weird. And
Randy, mid-range, can't hit it.
A lot of, you don't.
Cole Sullivan comes up with the ball and one.
Sullivan. His mom gave me the business on the way in. Now he is distributing the business in the paint.
Yes.
What
yes,
a basket there by Cole Sullivan.
A lot of air balls also, which, you know, even at the high school level, you don't see a lot. You just don't. And a lot of air balls that we've seen in this second half down at that end. It's really unusual, actually.
Cole at the line to complete the three-point play. That
He
sounds
got it.
good. He'll have that.
7 points for Cole Sullivan today now. And just a great job by him.
Big points.
By
They're
scoring.
big points, too.
Yeah, oh, huge points for Cole Sullivan, yes. So definitely momentum shifting here for the Vikings.
I'd say so. A 7-point advantage, a carry, and going the other way.
And a great job there by Central, just forcing the defense, making them into a mistake.
The bench is lively.
Randy pump fake, drive, floater, and gets it to
Wow.
go.
I don't know if somebody said something to Randy about maybe just move in a little bit, maybe
And
3 points not the thing tonight, but what he's doing is working.
And
Yeah.
he is fired up.
Yeah, he is.
It's just a terrific shot there for his second basket of the day and 5 points from him.
And this is a well-timed out, timeout here for Penn Hills. I mean, your team's frustrated. You can't seem to, I mean, just some very, very bad breaks on some shots here. I mean, and you can see that they're dejected right now.
And the 9-0 run coming out of the locker room from halftime is just very big for the Vikes and just momentum at which they needed.
Well, I'm going to throw this at you. We've been here for every minute of Varsity Central Catholic basketball for this tournament. They haven't had a 9-0 run at any point.
Right.
I mean, this is the biggest run of this tournament.
Yeah, and you can see it on their faces, too. Even the guys on the bench, the confidence is there. This is what they've needed from yesterday's game to today. This is what they've needed, you know. And, you know, this is premature to say, but this might be what you build a season off of right here.
He gets trapped in the corner, but gets it out. Three-pointer, can't hit it.
Peyton Wayner there to pick up the rebound. He's going to drive inside, goes real high off the glass, can't get it to fall. All 5 Penn Hills players were back there for that rebound, though, making sure that they don't keep adding to this. Not a runaway, but like mentioned, and there's another mental error. DePanty stepped out.
Well, and I'll tell you what.
And he tried to play it off of his foot.
Yeah, if he was out of bounds, he was out of bounds, but great mental play there by DePanty to try to push it off the other player as he was trying to go out of bounds. He made a great effort there.
Now Penn Hill's going to slow it down a little bit.
Now kicks it out. Drive it in, can't find anything. And Central's just denying every opportunity at their hoop.
Yeah, there's not a lot of space. Not a lot of space. Sullivan, I think, is going to pick up a foul there.
Yeah, he's going to pick up the foul there.
And Urso is not happy.
No,
he's
Urso
not.
actually is doing the electric slide. He's out there letting him know this is how he shuffled.
Here's what I'll say to that. I understand what Coach Urso is saying there with about how he shifted his feet, but it's a foul. I mean, it's a ticky-tacky foul, but it's a foul.
It's going to be stolen away by DePonte. Just takes it out of his hands, too.
Absolutely ripped it out of his hands.
Foul on the floor.
And that is by number 3, Damar Kelly, who I think, to his credit, tried to do the same thing.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that that's probably going to be your makeup call there.
High pass, Tommy Christian has it. Wide open mid-range for him. Can't hit it.
Nice shot selection by Tommy, just doesn't go down, and that 9 points remain. So as hot as it was out of the locker room, scoring has gone dry for both teams. I should just keep my mouth shut. There's 2 more for Penn Hills. 31 now for Penn Hills, 38 for the home team. Tommy with it on the far side. slowing it down. Actually finds a lane. He's going to take it all the way in.
And
excellent.
And what a play by Tommy Christian to find the basket. And Payne's on the ground making an excellent defensive play.
And who's back in that lane? Tommy Christian back on defense. He's going to be the victim of a foul there, but nice hustle. They were all gathered at the line there. I thought it was like, this can't be a shooting foul. What are they doing?
Gonna kick it over into the corner. Gonna try to find a play now. Slow the tempo down.
They got Brady Solinsky back on the floor. Again, another hustle guy. Three-pointer put up from the far side. No good. Batted back. Penn Hills keeps it.
And you saw this slow tempo work last night for Gateway, as that doesn't get to go there either, and they can't get an offensive rebound.
And that
Central really needs to work on the boxing out. I think that'll be an emphasis in Monday's practice.
I would bet, and that is on Sullivan, I think. Yeah, and they're going to put Patrick Newell back in. And that is an easy 2 inside for Penn Hills. Randy's trying to bring it in, gets it to Solinsky, over to Dante, who will carry it up the floor. And he's got to get across that line, and he does so. And he's going to find a wide. I thought we were going to see Patrick Newell time.
Oh, and Payne Ware with an excellent floater right there.
You cannot overestimate how important Peyton Wayner is to this basketball team.
Well, just with, you know, shots like that, but also just with the leadership that he brings. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, his shot selection has been fantastic. His defensive hustle. There's Solinsky.
Euro step. Can't get it to go.
Brady. The crowd wanted it. They loved it.
Yeah.
1:50 left to go here, third.
Central came out of the locker room absolutely on fire. And terrific defense comes with that too.
3 put up, no good, off the backboard. Dante there, and he's getting roughed up in that area right in front of the Penn Hills bench. He had 2 players and a coach in his way. I'm not sure ultimately how it went out, but it is going to stay with the Vikes.
He's going to steal it off the inbound. It's a kick out. And those are the spaces you need to avoid. And
what? What?
They're going to call it and 1 there.
That foul took place before that shot.
Yeah, I definitely would have called that on the floor, but
yeah,
he's going to go to the line now for 1 free throw.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that went down, but I
wasn't
don't know.
even 100%
I'm old, Rick, in my eyes. You know, I don't know.
I wasn't even 100% sure it was an actual foul.
Yeah,
but
again,
But I can accept that. It just I don't think the ball was in the air. Nonetheless, 42-35. I feel like I'm getting complaining, and I don't mean to. It just that seemed odd. Ball stays with Central as it goes out of bounds on the far side. So you got DePanty, Brady, Randy, Patrick.
It's Wayner inbounds it to DePanty.
Yeah, so those are your Vikes. DePanty with it. Making moves. Wayner over to Newell. Newell going to drive, stop, pull up. Nope.
Pull up 3 for Payne. Wayner drills a 3-pointer.
Biggest lead of the game, 10 points.
That's his first 3-pointer, and he leads the Vikes with 11 points.
And I don't know that he's missed more than 1 shot.
3-pointer. Bank is open.
Yes, it is. 35 seconds left to go.
He's been on fire all game. Anytime they've needed some points, he's been able to come up with them.
Foul called on number 30 for Penn Hills.
That is Bryce Peeler, team 4th. 26 seconds left to go. Let's see if this is a quick strike.
Pat Newell going to get it off the inbound. Wide open Brady Solinsky down low.
Well, you're like to eat in the clock, but you can't pass that up.
No, not when it's wide open like that.
Penn Hill's moving the ball around. I mean, that was a high arcing 3-pointer. They're going to put it back in for 2. 47-40, trying to get anybody to escape with it, and nothing. That'll do it for 3. We'll be right back to finish up the 4th quarter of this one here at Central Catholic High School. We got a fresh 8 here in the 4th quarter. 47-40, another spirited game inside, looking for Sullivan.
Sullivan and 1.
Sullivan is just doing animal things right now. Come at me.
He's working hard in the paint, that is for sure.
Are they chanting he's so big? Was that the chant, Ryan?
I believe it was chanting at the Penn Hills man, calling him a baby.
Oh. Things are so different.
Yes.
Cole.
Pank on the free throw.
Back up to that 10-point lead.
Cole's into double digits. He has 10 points on the day and a 10-point lead for the Vikes.
You want to call, this is balanced scoring. 3-pointer up high and goes over the glass. So that'll be a turnover.
Now Payne going to inbound it over to Dante. Dante looking for something. He didn't score in the 3rd quarter at all.
He tried to backdoor a pass there. It gets picked off. And
they're going to call a block. Interesting there. I thought Randy's feet were set.
I thought Randy was there before the ball. That's number 12, Kenyon Smith.
That's Randy's 3rd foul too, so something to watch out for there.
Smith at the line. Clang off that first one. For those interested, the Army-Navy game was today, a tradition for, I'm sure, so many families.
123 years they have played that game.
And today was the first time it went into overtime. That second one is good on the floor for Smith, 50-41.
Tommy, excellent job to maintain possession there.
You're not going to out-hustle him. We know that.
Sullivan tried to kick it out.
Well, he did. He kicked it out, but he thought he was fouled on the way in and just did not find his open man over there. There was a guy open, but he just couldn't find him. McLemore giving business.
Yeah, I love it.
Corner three-pointer. That one banks off and in too.
Now that is a tough way to make a living, but they are doing it, and it's a 6-point advantage for Central.
Wayner over to Christian.
10.
Foul on the floor.
I wish that guy was a hockey referee. His slash calls would be amazing.
He is very animated. Yeah, we don't have enough animated hockey refs, that's for sure.
No, it's trust me, they're very boring.
Right?
Brady Solinsky in the corner, kicks over to Wayner. Wayner's looking to set up something.
We need some more Enrico Palazzos.
Yes.
Step back.
Dante looking for Wayner, who's had the hot hand in this game. That ball gets pushed out, so it's going to stay with Central. Not to disparage anybody who's played in this ball game tonight, this team has been better when Brady Solinsky's out there.
Yes.
They have been.
That one's going to be taken away, and another turnover from Dante.
Penn Hills is not going to go away quietly. Tommy Christian hits the floor. No foul of any kind, but.
Yeah, interesting call. You think they would call a block or a charge there.
Yeah, there was nothing. That was kind of strange. Tommy
corner three. Ball don't lie. Three-pointer's good.
Wow. Talk about a huge basket to slow that momentum of Penn Hills, and look at Penn Hills walk over to their bench.
Yeah.
And now 7 points for Tommy Christian. Just huge three-pointer there.
TK.
You would think a team that just went on a run like Penn Hills did, that they would have a little bit more swagger going to their bench, but they just walked over there in complete frustration.
Oh, I think, I think they are frustrated. I think Penn Hills is hitting the Vikings with everything that they have, and it's effective. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dogging the team. I just think they figure with what we're hitting them with, and honestly, the athleticism does lie on the Penn Hills side.
Yeah.
It's just not getting them to where they think they should be, and it is frustrating for them.
Yeah, and Tommy's done a terrific job matching athleticism with just hard work and skill.
Yeah.
Look, we got 6 minutes left. We're 53-46. Rick, this could be the game where we hit 80.
I don't know.
Realistically,
I don't know
with the pace of this game.
I don't know if it's going to get that high, but I certainly think they're going to end up in the high 60s to win this game.
Keep pushing it with these threes.
Tommy, tight defense on the inbound.
Well, you have so many guys in this team that can hit threes.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
what I mean.
When Patrick Newell is dropping threes, everybody is in the three game,
Yeah. And each team, every time they up the tempo, the other team wants to match it.
There's another three missed.
Dante going to get the board there. Good job by him to control it.
Here we go.
Coast to coast, looking for somebody.
Sullivan with the excellent basket there.
I think Cole was shocked he didn't get fouled every time he's been in that area.
I think Penn Hills is trying to back off a little bit right now on inside the paint on really.
And just a little kiss off the backboard there with the finger roll, as it's good for Penn Hills.
I think we're looking at a full timeout. Emma will take the full timeout too. We will be back. Welcome back, 5:23 in the fourth, 55-48. Interesting basketball left to be played here. I would imagine Penn Hills, because they are so physically fit and athletic, I would imagine they're going to start to press a little bit, trying to keep this out. Randy's looking for some points.
Yeah, if you're Penn Hills, you got to change something. You haven't been able to stop Central on the offense ahead, and in this second half.
Well, I think they've been pressing all game. I mean, I don't know how much more you can press.
And what a play there by Randy Wilkerson, just to throw the ball off of the Penn Hills leg and to keep it Central possession.
Yeah, again, Randy's not scoring a ton of points tonight, but he's playing smart, he's hustling, and that's you give what you have.
The Pantsy.
I was safe.
He's going to be fouled there.
He got wrangled.
And they're in the bonus now, and he'll go to the line for a 1-and-1.
No, I don't think Dante DePante's the guy that you're going to want to put on the line if you're Penn Hills.
Yeah, and Dante has a chance for his first points of the second half now.
Although at this point, everybody's on the floor is an absolute shooter. I don't think there's anybody on that floor you'd really be happy about putting on the line. Peyton's been killing it shooting tonight. Tommy has been fire.
Rick, you were saying that you don't think that some of the kids would know who McLemore is, but they probably would know who Jack Harlow is. That would be who
does he have the same coat?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So.
Going to try to get a full court heave, sort of.
Wow.
Tommy's going to be picked up for the foul.
Yeah, deservedly so.
Yeah, in all fairness.
And now it's a 1-and-1 for Penn Hills.
So the last 4:46 of this game could take a half hour.
Yeah.
It might be a foul and shoot a palooza. That first one is good. Inching back into it, 8-point advantage for the Vikes. In and out. Dante there for the rebound. So minimal damage on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Dante's going to be fouled there again. He'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 now.
Well, he went through 3 people.
Yeah.
You know, at some point, somebody's going to touch him.
And Dante can't even buy a bucket tonight. And these free throws are real good for his confidence. Just get points on the board.
Yeah. Look, you just have to win by 1. You might want to win by more, but you just have to win by 1. Take the free ones when you can get them.
It's no good on the free throw for Dante.
Look at Peyton there to hustle and get that rebound. Oh.
And you'd think Central wants to use some clock here.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't want foul.
As Urso calls timeout with Randy trapped there. So going to be a 60-second timeout.
Yep, full timeout, and we'll take one. We'll be back. .426 left on the clock, 57-49. Vikes up, lots of fouls pending. And there sort of goes one. Cole Sullivan has a nice job to find a wide open Tommy Christian. Tommy leads everybody in, which leads
and the
Dante.
extra pass, no good.
Boy, everything was there but the finish.
Yeah.
That was everybody on the floor had the ball.
Unselfish basketball there by Randy Wilkerson. He could have easily taken a 3, but he gave it up to Dante, but unfortunately no good.
And we are finally to halfway through this fourth quarter, and Penn Hills is not going to go away quietly. 8-point advantage. Looking for the corner.
Just trying to drive in, and just great defense there by Cole Sullivan to deny the opportunity.
Yeah, I will say this.
Fadeaway jumper, nails it.
Beautiful shot, but with not a lot of height and not a lot of width, I think Central's done a pretty good job of keeping people out of that area. You know, it's not that they're big bodies. Tommy going to pull up, goes off the front of the rim. 6 points, the separation here.
Now, Penn Hills is going to bring it up and drive it in.
I think he was surprised that nobody was on
it. Travel called, and you can see the frustration on his face.
Yeah, well, when number 1 rolled in there, Noah Barron, I think he was surprised that no one was on him.
Yeah.
I mean, because everybody has been stuck to one another.
Yeah.
He was just like, and then he stopped.
Yeah.
And now Dante going to bring it up.
Wayner has it with off the glass and good.
An easy bucket for Wayner there on the floater.
Again, didn't kill a lot of time, but put 2 more.
3-pointer, no good.
Nice job by TK there in the corner to not go for it. Give them a clean inbound with 2:50.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Vikes, you obviously want to kill time, but when they're going to give you 2 easy like that, I mean, why?
No, you take it.
Yeah, why not?
Ball knocked out by a Penn Hills defender. That is to Julian Duggar.
Is Tommy going to try to find Randy, and does. So Randy's trapped in the corner now.
Nice job by Randy to turn around and find that open man. DePanti has it now back to Tommy, back to Dante.
That was smart basketball by Dante. He could have easily drove into the basket, but he's trying to waste some time.
Happy to kill that time. Wayner to Randy. That was a beautiful job by Randy. And yeah, the pass was great, but Randy did a nice job.
Great ball handling, Hill, by the Vikings. Great ball handling.
And now Randy will go for a line. Another guy you don't want on the free throw line.
No, that was a great 30 seconds of basketball right there.
Great ball handling.
As it'll be a 1-and-1 for Randy from the line, still in the single bonus. 1 foul away from the double bonus. As the first one is up and good, he'll get a second one.
Get that lead back up to 10 points. If you're Penn Hills, you're going to have to start hitting threes.
Yeah, and this is a big free throw here.
In and out. Penn Hills has it. The Vikes retreat to play some defense.
Going to bring up the floor, kick out. 3-pointer. Short-armed it, but he gets his own offensive rebound and an and one.
Again, they're not going to go away, so you're just going to have to keep playing until the final buzzer. That was an excellent job of following your own shot.
And an excellent job of finishing through contact, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
As the free throw is good.
Yeah, makes it good. That's 12. Kenyon Smith, who's played a big game here tonight.
Dante going to bring up the floor.
And Dante's running for his life because he doesn't want to get fouled. Tommy.
3-pointer. Tommy Christian airballs it.
Huge rebound.
Yeah. Travel called on Cole Sullivan.
Yeah. I mean, that's legit.
Yeah, and the reason why that was a travel is because he picked up his pivot foot. Now, Coach Urso is going to say that he was pushed off his pivot foot, which is fair, but those are the breaks sometimes.
6-point lead for the Vikes with 1:52 remaining.
Yeah, it's certainly not time to back off if you're the Vikings. In fact, this is the impression you're going to leave for a couple of, for a couple of weeks, couple of days. You better put it on them.
Drives in, the finger roll gets fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I feel like, and that was number 1, Noah Barron, we've talked about quite a bit during the game. I feel like the Penn Hills team has done a really great job of cycling in their players.
Yeah.
But the guys that are all on the floor now, we're all starters. So they didn't get in foul trouble, at least not enough to be overly noticed. I think they've done a good job.
After missing the first free throw, here's the second free throw. No good. Dante will be fouled on the rebound, and he'll go to the line for 2.
That is not a mistake that Penn Hills wanted to make right there. 1:33 left.
With it being a 2-possession game and missing both of those free throws, that is massive, and now Dante could extend the lead even more late in the game.
Yeah, that is huge. Not only do you have the missed free throws, but then you have the mental mistake of fouling on the rebound there.
Now Dante doesn't connect on the first one.
Well, even if he connects on this one, he can still extend the lead.
Dante, even on a day he struggles, he still gets into double digits. He has 10 points now.
Look at that.
I was to say, as soon as they get across the line, they call a timeout. They call a full timeout. We'll take one, too. We'll be back. .129 left on the game clock, 61-54. This is the third place game, not the game we thought we would be playing in the Jack Twyman Tip-Off Classic. However, as mentioned before, you play the game you get.
And a carry and just a mental mistake there, and you can see the frustration.
Yeah, coming out of that timeout with probably a plan for your next 2 possessions.
And the Penn Hills coach, you can see the frustration on his face with his players when it comes to the mental mistakes here in the final period.
Unzipping the coat, trying to get a little air.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bad pass. It's going to be a push off there. And Dante's going to go back to the line for 2 more free throws.
First one is pure, 62-54. Second one good as well.
And now he has 12 points on the day.
And it's a 9-point lead.
It's Payne, terrific defense there by Payne Wayner, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow is pointed towards Penn Hills.
Yeah, the hustle doesn't stop.
No.
64 ticks.
Central up 9. You would think another stop in a basket would just put this game away.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, unless Penn Hills is going to check in.
Oh, again. Oh, Penn Hills is actually going to retain.
Yeah, unless Penn Hills is going to check in Reggie Miller off the bench, this game is over.
And that would be incredible. I would love it if Reggie Miller was here.
And now driving in. He gets fouled and run.
I was going to say, I'm not ready to, after what I saw last night, I'm not ready to say anything's over. Absolutely not. Going to the line after making that shot is number 3, Damar Kelly. And he could inch this game in a little bit closer. And
that
he does.
basket's good.
Yeah.
And converts the three-point play. So Tommy kicks it back out to Randy. Over to Dante.
There you go.
And finally gets it
TK, yeah,
across
I'd
the
say
court.
TK has it, gets it over. And
gonna
there he
be a
is.
jump
There he
ball.
is fighting again, jump ball, and it is going to stay Central possession. Now with 40 seconds, so 20 seconds came off since that last bucket. And all we have is possession. I wish the bystander in front of me would sit down. Thank you, sir. That's our producer, Joe. It's okay, I'm not. Penn Hills on the drive again, off the glass, nothing happening.
Blocking foul called on Payne Wayner.
Oh, and unfortunately, the Penn Hills player came down pretty hard, and he's limping.
He is limping. That is number 3,
You hate to
Damar
see
Kelly.
that.
He's going to go to the line, though, going to gut it out.
Yeah,
2
you hate
free
to see
throws.
that.
These are 2 big free throws, too.
First one is good. Well, that would have been huge if it was an and one. That bucket would have fallen.
But misses the second 5-point lead for the Vikes.
Tommy Christian comes out of that scrum with it. Dante has it. Looking to the far side to Peyton. 24 seconds and another foul.
And they'll foul Tommy Christian, who has 7 points on the day.
That's the guy you don't want at the foul line either.
He's been hot all game.
Yeah.
And we say that about everyone on the Central basketball team because they're so good at shooting free throws.
Well, I
and
mean,
they're built similar too. I mean, like everybody on this team is essentially built for speed. I mean, even Cole Sullivan, who's the biggest kid out there for the Vikes, is pretty quick.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the guys, like I said, I mean, some of the guys, I feel like they've been fouling on purpose because maybe they haven't been the best at the line tonight. But, I mean, has Tommy Christensen missed the – well, I say that and then they miss this one, right?
You ruined it for him,
I
Kyle.
did ruin it. I'm sorry, Tommy.
20 seconds left.
It's my fault. I'm blaming that on me.
Outstanding play. Outstanding by Damar Kelly.
And that keeps him in it, too.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah, it's still it does. It's still a 2-possession
Hey,
game.
it's a 1-possession game. You get that 3 in the foul. So
That's true. Yeah.
You got you've got a scrappy Penn Hills team. It's a 60-second timeout. We'll just keep it here, Emma. Don't sweat it. You got to look at this, and I have a million questions for Coach Urso, so I hope we do catch him at the end. But this last night and tonight look eerily similar.
Yes, but Central was in Penn Hills' position last night. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just, if this is how this year is going to go, we're going to see a lot of fantastic finishes, regardless of whether you like the outcome or not. This is close basketball.
I'm not sure that we're going to see that, though, Rick. I think that what we're seeing here is we're seeing a team that eventually will find its rhythm. I think that we'll see Sheedway play. He's not playing tonight, and he didn't play last night.
Yes, and the absence of DeBubba is really understated. He's the tallest player on the team. He's their best defender. He's their best rebounder.
He's the best all-around player. I mean, I hate to say it, but he is. You know, he's got an outside presence for a big guy that's huge.
Ball inbounded. Looking for an outlet.
Kick it over to Tommy.
Oh, jeez. Tommy got the hook.
Yeah.
He got the whole hook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tommy was looking for a clear path on making it a technical, but they're not going to call it.
Yeah. And you know what? They shouldn't. I mean, it wasn't.
Not at this point in the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it was innocent enough to just say, I'm trying to catch it.
He went 1 for 2 last time he was at the line.
Yeah, that was on me. That's not on Tommy.
And goes 1 for there.
Jack Harlow giving him the ups.
Yeah, waving. Tommy Christian hits that second one at 66-60 with 8 seconds left. And I think Slim and Nunn just left town.
Yeah.
Inbound at 6, 5.
Pull up 3.
Put up.
No good.
No good there for the rebound. It's Cole Sullivan. He is not giving that ball back.
As that's ball game. Central wins 66-60.
And that will end this one. And boy, that was a hard-fought game.
Yeah, and very good job. Really a big team effort there. No one really had absurd amount of points. The team leader in points was Payne Wainer. He had 13. Next closest was Cole Sullivan with 12. And Dante also had 12, even though he did struggle, he had 12.
Yeah, you know, it's balanced scoring is what it is. That is real balanced scoring.
And other guys who typically you don't see that much in the score sheet showed up. Like Tommy Christian had 9 points today, which was a big 9 points. He made that big-time three-pointer out of the locker room, which really changed the momentum of the game, putting it in Central's possession.
Yeah, absolutely. There were a lot of things. I will say, you know, instead of doing an MVP of the game, I want to say unsung heroes of the game. I think my 2 guys are Christian and Solinsky. Solinsky especially, I just think he sparks these guys when he's in. And I think it worked again.
And Solinsky only had 5 points, but it was the biggest 5 points you could have.
Oh, boy, I tell you what. And Coach's going to join us. Coach, good to see you again.
Hi, guys.
You know, let's start with the elephant in the room. This isn't the game we expected to be playing in. We expected to be playing in the next one from last night. But this is the game we got.
Yeah.
What did you get out of your guys tonight? Because I know you well enough to know over the last 3 seasons, this isn't necessarily what you were expecting.
No, not at all. You know, this is our first, I guess, opening weekend. We've had 14 practices, and it's almost too much, right? We haven't had an opponent to go against other than ourselves every single day, right? So we haven't really.
That breeds contempt sometimes, too.
It does, and we haven't figured out what we need to work on. We haven't figured out what do we need to improve on and what we're really good at, right? So last night, you know, we lose at the buzzer right now, and then we come back and play against Penn Hills, who's very talented and you know, number 1 in 5A, and I didn't know what to expect either, right? We go down 7-0, and I'm thinking to myself, what's happening here? You know, the opponent, are they just better? Are we not ready? But what I found out tonight about this group is just their grit. Their grit. You know, they got it out against Penn Hills, who had our number the last 2 seasons here at home, and made free throws, got a couple stops here. Big third quarter for us. Defensively was great, but we have we have a lot of areas to improve on over the next 6-7 days for sure.
Go ahead, Ryan.
And you came out that second half coming out extremely hot. What did you tell your guys in the locker room?
Just told them, you know, hey, last night, you know, we lose at the buzzer, right? And I'll quote Charles Swindle here, right? Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. And we can either fold and be complacent and, hey, the woe is me pity party, or second half now, tie game 0-0. Let's go. Like, where's our fire right now? Why don't we dictate things here? And I said 2 things will win this game: the tougher team and the more aggressive team. And I think in the second half we showed both.
Is there any chance that the outside chatter of how good you should be has gotten to some of these guys?
Without a question, right? Without a question. Having a huge target on our back this season, having a kid like Dante who's going to see everybody's best. We're going to see everybody's best for sure. We have younger guys still, even though Cole Sullivan is a junior on paper, this is his second varsity game. Bradley Gompers, this is his second varsity game. You know, Peyton Wayner, this is his second season playing varsity. So we're young in that regard, but we're going to get everyone's best. We said that to these guys in practice. You know, guys are going to make crazy shots. They're going to hit buzzer beaters. Can we stay together enough from now until late February? Because this is all great and it all does matter, but we're trying to accomplish things in February and March that are far greater.
Yeah, winning this tournament would be nice.
Sure.
But it's not winning.
No.
That, you know, when it really is when you want it. Am I crazy, or is Brady Solinsky a reckless, chaotic player that makes this team better when he's in?
Oh, he's the Tasmanian devil, right? I mean, he comes in.
I've seen him hit these
spinning,
boards harder than I've ever seen anybody.
You know what, Brady Solinsky, if I told him right now to go play another game like that and to run through that brick wall, he would do it without even saying anything. He wouldn't even blink. And he sparked us tremendously. Big and one right away. Got out in the open, a good slip off of inbound for 2 points. He really sparked us. He guarded guys. He is the ultimate teammate, Brady. He cares. He didn't play a minute last night, and here he is today. Gave us a huge boost. Yeah,
no, it was easy to see him. Before we let you go, Tommy Christian's a hell of a basketball player.
You know what he is? He's a hell of a kid. Let me say that first. You know, I tell people all the time, if my daughters find a Tommy Christian in life, then we did something right. He's the best kid I know. He's a student council vice president. He cares about basketball. He could care less about scoring. All he cares about are those other guys around him. He's a huge part to our success. He really is.
No, and he showed it. And since we didn't get to chat last night, I do want to bring this kid's name up. When the announcements came out last night, everybody's slapping hands and high-fiving through the line.
Yeah.
There was one guy that really I took to. Patrick Newell was all business. He's not. I don't think he's having fun on his face.
Yeah.
He might be in his mind.
Right.
He's out there to play basketball only.
He is. He cares so much about this team too, and he cares so much about where we're trying to get to. You know, we lost last year in the state tournament to Alderdice. Great, you know, good win for them and everything. And we get back to school, and Pat just looks at me and says, "Next year's going to be different, Coach." And he had that look, and he hasn't lost that look. Spring, summer, and fall. This means a lot to that kid. So we have guys like that. We have a really special group. We got to get some things corrected here, but hopefully we're playing March basketball.
Well, we're proud of you, Coach. It's good to see you again, and can't wait for the rest of this season. I think it's going to be special.
Same. We'll see you guys January 6th, I think.
We'll be here.
Awesome. Thanks,
All
guys.
right, pal.
Yeah,
Take care.
Yep.
Merry Christmas. All right. Well, that is going to do it for Emma, Tom, Kyle, Ryan, and me. And probably somewhere Joe is politicking, but we really appreciate you joining us. Please let everybody know that you can watch these games. I do believe we have the first 6, so at least 4 more. Coach said January 6th, so we will be here. Have the merriest of Christmases, the best of New Year's, and good evening, everybody, from Central Catholic High School.